11 in big data. So now we come to web and social network analysis. Because machine learning process we have done, and we have talked of clustering and all type of things and all that. We have also talked of social network graphs and all that. Let's repeat this process. So this is web analysis, how to do the compare the various webs. Again, we have to see which are similar, which are not similar, and all that, and try to fix up only the similar ones. Okay, and then remove this. So, advertising on web, because you are, after all, why do you make web? You want to advertise yourself. You want to say either you are a grocery shop, or you are a medical hospital, or anything, or you are a education study, or you are a university, or you are a medical institution. All these things are there. Okay, so issues, algorithm, then recommended systems are long tail, the model, content-based recommendation, then binding social network as graph, varieties of social network, कितने किस्म के social network, कोई WhatsApp है, Facebook है, Messenger है, all these things are there. Distance measure of social network, we talked about various distances, and we talked of only type of various distances, Euclidean distance, all type of distance we talked about, and clustering of social networks, and then summarize. Okay, so in the previous unit of the block, you have gone through various methods of analyzing big data. So this unit introduces three different types of problems and may be addressed in data science. The first problem related to the issue of advertising on the web, and uh, this this unit defines the problem in details and show an example of an algorithm that can address this problem. Next, the unit discusses the concept of recommended system. A recommended system is needed as there is abundance of choice of products and services. So therefore, customer needs all these things. So finally, the unit introduces you to concept of process of finding social media communities. You- कोई फेसबुक का है, कोई ट्विटर का है, कोई व्हाट्सएप का है, कोई messenger ka hai, all type of things are there. You please note that each of these problems is complex and is a hard problem. They are not simple problems because everybody is using different way of expressing oneself. So that's the type of thing. So this is the objective: is define the issues relating to advertisement, explain the process of solving the AdWords problem, define the term long tail in context of recommender system, explain the model of the recommendation system and use the utility metrics, implement a mode for content-based recommendation, define the use of graphs for social network, define clustering in the context of social network. So these are the basic things which are being discussed in this unit. So what is web analytics? So user location and identification of users such as IP address चाहिए. The time spent by user on the website and the pages or section accessed is also important. The number of users who are accessing the website, अगर हॉस्पिटल है, अगर ग्रोसरी शॉप है, अगर मॉल है, all these things are important. और यूनिवर्सिटी है, आप एजुकेशन स्टडी सेंटर है, so all these things are important. Information on the kind of browser and possibly the machine used by user to access. अब वेबसाइट आपने आप मोबाइल से एक्सेस कर रहे हो, जब लैपटॉप से एक्सेस कर रहे हो, जब सुपर कंप्यूटर से एक्सेस कर रहे हो, दैट शोज हाउ यू आर स्पेंडिंग टाइम यूजिंग इट. If the user has clicked on any external link given on the website, अगर वेबसाइट के बाहर जा रहा है, तो you are giving a warning to the person that you are getting out of the website. Please be careful. If you want to, you can go. If you don't, please come back. Is any advertisement on the website clicked? अगर कोई एडवर्टीजमेंट पर क्लिक करता है तो पता लग जाएगा किस एडवर्टीजमेंट पर क्लिक करा है. कोई अगर amazon.com पर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक टीवी पर क्लिक करता है, दैट मीन्स ही इज परचेजिंग ए टेलीविजन. और एयर कंडीशन पर क्लिक करता है, दैट मीन्स ही इज परचेजिंग एयर कंडीशन, so on so forth. So these, based on objectives of the web application, related information may be collected. So this is the और नाउ एडवर्टाइजिंग ऑन द वेब. ठीक है, वेब पर आप एडवर्टाइज करते हैं, दिस इज लाइक टेलीविजन, न्यूज़पेपर. अब ये वेब पर जो करना है, दैट्स मच मोर सटल एंड इट गोज वेरी बिग वे, बिकॉज वेब पर तो एनीबॉडी कैन दिस. न्यूज़पेपर तो जो न्यूज़पेपर खरीदेगा, टेलीविजन जिसके घर में टेलीविजन है और वो प्रोग्राम देखेगा, लेकिन वेब पर तो सारे देख सकते हैं. So that can be used to find the outcome of using advertisement on the web. So that means web पर एडवर्टाइज करना बहुत ही अच्छा है, एंड इट इज वेरी पेइंग. दैट्स राइट. और अगर जितना इंटरेस्टिंग तुम वेबसाइट बनाते हो, जितना तुम यूजफुल और लुकिंग ब्यूटीफुल वेबसाइट बनाते हो, उतना ही आपका एडवर्टाइजमेंट बेटर होगा. दैट्स वेयर द क्वेश्चन कम्स. Historically, advertisements are placed on the website as banners and were charged for number of impressive or web page visit consisting of the banners and all that. आजकल कोई चार्ज नहीं करता. आप कहीं भी वेबसाइट पर एडवर्टाइजमेंट पर जाइए, कोई चार्ज नहीं करता. पहले तो चार्ज करते थे. As the performance of banner-based advertisement was very poor, the targeted impression advertisement based on demography started, resulting in slightly better click ratio. However, even this kind of advertisement also had poor performance. So, which was first designed by an old company named Overture in 2000, and later redesigned Google in 2000. So अब तो कोई चार्ज नहीं होता. The advertisement placed as a result of such term. Advertiser asked to bid for placing an advertisement on the result of such term. Advertisements are displayed. The advertisers are charged if a displayed advertisement is clicked on. तो दैट इज वेयर. आज अगर Amazon.com पर आप किसी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक गुड पर करते हैं और उसकी प्राइस देते हो, यू आर नॉट चार्ज एनीथिंग. You may be. So there is a sequence of stream of queries which are arriving at a search engine regularly. The typical nature of queries is that only the present query is known, and which query will come next cannot be predicted. So let's say the sequence of keyword query, Q1, Q2, Q3 queries, different queries are there. So you are prepared for it. अगर आप एक चीज को एडवर्टाइज क्लिक करते हो, ऑटोमेटिकली आपके मेल पर और दूसरी सिमिलर एडवर्टाइजमेंट आनी शुरू हो जाएगी. सो दैट यू कैन सी दिस, दैट वी हैव टॉक्ड अबाउट इट, कि अगर आप ब्रेड रख रहे हो तो उसे मक्खन भी रखिए और एग भी रखिए, एंड सो ऑन सो फोर्थ. सो दीज पीपल डजंट हैव टू गो फ्रॉम टेकिंग अ ब्रेड, बटर कहीं और जाता है, सॉस के लिए कहीं और जा रहा है. सो दैट टाइप ऑफ थिंग शुड नॉट हैपन. तो ये सारा देख लीजिए आप. The budget stipulated by an advertiser which may be allocated every day for ad advertisers. The maximum number of advertisements that are to be displayed for a given search query, say T, where T is less than M. The objective of the problem is select the subsets of advertisement to be displayed on the arrival of a query which maximize the profit of. एक query आती है तो उसमें कितनी advertisement डालनी है, that's what is to be seen, and the size of selected subset of advertisement should be equal to T. So that is the link. The advertiser of the selected advertisement has made a bid for that type of query. In case the ith advertisement is selected, then the budget left should be more than bid amount. BI is greater than or equal to BI. That type of thing. This is you plan your query or query Q1, Q2, Q3 क्वेरी. आपने एक क्वेरी करी है तो कितनी क्वेरी आप देना चाहते हैं, सो दैट द एडवर्टाइजमेंट बने, सो दैट यू नो दी हाउ मेनी पीपल विल लुक एट इट, हाउ मेनी पीपल विल रियली बाय those things or product, this thing, that type of thing. The algorithm, the category of algorithm to address the adword problem is known as online algorithm. So these are the greedy algorithm. Okay. So simplest algorithm to solve the problem would be to use the greedy algorithm, where the important consideration here are to show the advertisement which have high bid values, high chance of getting clicked, and the payment will be made only if the advertisement is clicked, This will be subject to the constraint that advertiser budget has not been over. For example, consider a query QI that has the following bid. So देखिए ये advertiser है, bid BI or BI per day pi. So their rank of advertisement selection 312. So you can a sample advertiser bid. Thus, assuming that only one advertisement to be displayed in the result, the greedy algorithm will display the advertisement of advisor Y as it is ranked 1. So it will only show Y because it is ranked 1. It will not show 2 and 3. However, please notice that these impressions, the advertisement of Y, will be displayed only till the time advertiser is clicked, as once it is clicked, the budget for the advertiser will become zero for that day. Please also note that we are assuming there would be many queries which are of the same type as query QL. So that type of thing. So you can read this carefully so that you can see that this is also there are two types of queries, Q1, Q2, and this is zero point 0.8, a sample bed for the worst case. So here, please note that query QY has only one bidder X and Q2 has two bidder XY. Q2 has two bidder XY and that is only X. So now assume that the advertisement X is selected randomly for impression on Q2 and it also get clicked. Then the allocation of the advertisement would be X, X1, etc. So this occurs because the advertisement budget of X is over after second click and only X has bid for query Q1. This is a typical problem in online algorithm where that information about future query is not known. You may observe that if this sequence is known before, then an optimal selection would have been YYXX, which would optimize the revenue. That's where you have to see how you have to put the advertisement and how clicking and advertisement has to be matching so that your money spent by the advertiser and the owner of the advertisement is minimal. That type of thing. Okay? You understand this? You have understood the advertisement on website? Hello? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Everybody? Somebody else also says yes or no? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. I'm happy about it. People are cautiously looking at the uh, lesson. Now, next comes the recommendation system. So here we discussed AdWords problem. So let us first try to answer the question, what is the need for recommended system? So this is the large set of item which one to buy. कि आप मेरे पास इतना पैसा है कि मैं एक दो चीजें खरीद सकता हूँ बट विच आई वन या तो मैं घर से तैयार होके जाऊं कि आई वांट टू बाय दिस आइटम otherwise which item I should buy when I have limited money and large set of items. The need for recommendation system is there. So in case you are looking for an item from a very large set of items, say thousands, and your requirements are not very well specified, then rather than searching for that kind of item, you may like suggestion from the recommender. So that's what is the because there you want recommendation. Somebody say you buy this, you will help this. इसमें एक आप खरीदोगे एक फ्री मिलेगा इसमें आपको ये फायदा है इसके लिए ये so all type of things are recommendations there. So that's the long tail. Why did recommendation system become popular? This can be attributed to the web-based marketing of the product. In direct marketing, the shelf space of the store is very important. However, as marketing moves to the web, a very large number of similar products can be sold, leading to a marketing of a choice. Figure 4 shows an interesting term called the long tail of product. In this era of digital market, a large number of products are on sale. Some of these products sell at a very high rate, but most of the products have a low demand. These low demand products are also very large in number and can be of very good quality and termed long tail product. So this is the long tail product. So product is long tail. Common product and long tail product. Sales of product, units per type, product in order of the sale. So that's it. So there is a long tail in this system. So that's what you can say that. So these low demand products are also very large. So that's why in the era of direct market, only those products that were selling the most were finding a place on the shelf and were being stocked. देखो अगर ब्रांड ज्यादा बिकती है तो ब्रांड ज्यादा रखी जाएगी अगर कॉर्नफ्लेक्स ज्यादा बिकता है मौसली ज्यादा बिकती दैट विल केप्ट ऑन द स्टॉक सो दैट टाइप ऑफ थिंग विल बी देयर आप अगर सब्जियां हैं तो विच सब्जी इज a natural thing which फूल गोभी रखी जाएगी या बंद गोभी रखी जाएगी दैट टाइप ऑफ थिंग विच आर वेरी दैट ओके द मॉडल एक तो रिकमेंडेशन हो गया एक मॉडल हो गया देयर आर थ्री बेसिक टाइप ऑफ रिकमेंडिंग सिस्टम रिकमेंडेशन बाय द एडिटर्स critics staff so this is the simplest kind of recommendation system which are in existence for a long time in such system recommendation of the editor or critics or staff are recorded and reported तो दैट्स द सिंपल वे कि उसके एडिटर की ये आप न्यूज़पेपर कहता है ये खरीदो दिस इज ब्यूटीफुल और एक न्यूज़पेपर में बहुत सुंदर फोटोग्राफ लगा देता है कि ज्वेलरी ये दिस इज देयर एंड इसमें जो वर्किंग बनाने की जो ज्वेलरी बनाने के लिए 50% ऑफ है और गोल्ड प्राइस इज 10% ऑफ so that type of thing because आप देखो gold price was some 70,000 rupees now it has come in during Deepavali that when the people buy lot of jewelry price became 1,02,000 1,20,000 so that type of thing you are still you have gold which was there for 70,000 rupees so you can give some concession and all that so that is major weaknesses of such system is that if there is not take input from the actual customer. Aggregate recommendation, such information is aggregated from the various users of the custom equity. For example, the most popular video or the most purchased product or highly rated services, etc. However, these recommendations may not suitable to your requirement as the recommendations are generic user specific recommendation. These recommendations are specifically being made for a specific user based on his or her past web activity, such as viewing a video, listening to audio, doing all these things. So that type of thing. Set of user or customer say S who has given some rating to some of the product services, a set of products or service, a P being sold are provided by the web application, a set of rating for every pair of customer and product. These ratings may use a star rating 0 to 5, 0 to 10, and so on and so forth. So rating can be anything which you describe. These rating can be also S to P to R and all that. So that the as here. So you can see all these simple utility metric, 3 customer, 5 products on a 0 to 5 rating. See? So that's where you can say this way maximum rating up the P3 will buy, C3 will and so on. So that type of thing. So these are the ratings and all that. So you can read it carefully. Content-based recommendation so that you can see customer panic and let me put my specs on. Customer likes product, makes profit of product, make customer profile, recommended products and all that. This is the content-based recommendation system. So that type you can see that these are the various example and all that. These are normalized utility metrics. You can read it. And mining social networks. So that's the next unit, the next part of the unit. In the previous section, we discussed the recommended system, social and all these things. So now social media data is obtained from social media networks such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and many more. In general, on social media, people form connection with one another. For example, friends on Facebook. One of the key questions that may be asked relating to social media to find the community, a subset of relatives. All these things are important. So, social network as a graph, that's the this is the social network, college friends, family friends, and working with. So all these people have become social media network graph, so that everybody is linked. So to all the people. So family से पहले link हुआ, उससे working with link हो गया, college से link हो गया. So these all the things become together. So various varieties of social network वो भी देख लीजिए आप. There are varieties of social network, clustering of social network graphic. ये देखिए क्लस्टर के सोशल नेटवर्क ग्राफिक ए बी सी डी की ई एफ जी सारे क्लस्टर करते हैं वो सारे कलेक्टेड है सो अल्टीमेटली इट इज ऑल कनेक्टेड इन ऑल so so this finishes this unit. So any question in this unit? So you could see that objective of recommendatory services also in the social network, all the things have been discussed. The social media network, we have seen, for example, your school college student working with family, all these people become part of the social network. So that type of thing there. And then you get the this one. ये सोशल नेटवर्क ग्राफ जी बीई बन जाता है सो दैट टाइप ऑफ थिंग सो दिस समराइज इट सॉल्यूशन आंसर देख लीजिए जो some examples are there and there are further reading on that. So any question on this unit please? Hello,
No, sir.
everything is okay? Good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So yeah, let's go to next unit. So unit 13. Shall we go ahead or wait? Are you ready for the unit 13?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So basic of programming, PR programming. So this is objective, data type, and then decision making, loops and functions, data structure in R, string and vector list and all that. So introduction, unit बड़ा कैसे हो Okay, now it's increased all right. इसमें आर प्रोग्रामिंग जो एक पाइथन है एक आर प्रोग्रामिंग है सो द यूनिट कवर द फंडामेंटल कंसेप्ट ऑफ आर प्रोग्रामिंग आर प्रोग्राम वाज मेड primarily for statistical purposes but now it's very common and it just you have to call the various subroutine or functions of the R programming and it does it. The unit familiarized with the environment of R and covers the details of global environment. Okay, so R programming is given as important idea here. So this is explain about the environment of R, the global environment and their element, explain, distinguish between the data types and assign them to variable, explain about the different types of operators and factors, explain the basics of decision making, the structure and the types of loop, explain about the function, their components and types, explain the data structure including vectors, strings, list, frame, matrix and arrays, all these. So this is the environment of R programming. तो ये आप but ये उसको देखिए ये आर प्रोग्रामिंग है So our program is, for example, environment, global environment, or environment, or global environment. So function is there, then you just data type, variable operators है, ये देखिए integer, numeric, complex, logical, character, possible value ये है, value from the set of integer z, value from the set of real number r, value from the set of a complex number c, and so on and so forth. Numerical data, yeah, these are the numeric print and all these things. Yeah, this is the concept of the R programming, which you can see that. And when if you find some problem, go to the Google, you can find out. So that is type of thing. So these are the valid variable name. I variable name is invalid. Variable capital is invalid. This is valid. Variable name without in that understroke and comma variable is invalid. It is a variable and this is invalid. So these are, you know what are the valid and what is invalid. So has special character, only dot and underscore is allowed. Can start with a dot which is followed by an alphabet. So dot, it starts with a dot, variable name, and variable name. So that type of thing, which are, these are the various hello, how are you? So all these are things. So these are the R programming. All these you can see that logical operators. These are the relation operators. Relation operators will be also say false, true, this and all that. So and then hello, how are you? Result, paste variable 1, variable 2, variable 3, etc. So these are the our programming. All these are there. So then you see making loops and functions. Then this is condition code. If condition is false, then you go back. So condition is true, then it's over. So that's what loop is there. A loop है condition code. If condition is true, it goes to this, and if condition is false, it goes out. ये देखिए, if condition if condition is true, it goes back. If condition is false, it goes out. So that's the type of thing which is there. These are the various programs. Loop control system, statement, functions, function component, function name, actual name of the function, argument passed when the function is invoked, function body, and all these things. These are the various things. Function xy, function to print x raised to the power y. X raised to power y is to be printed, and so on. So x raised to power y is given by this person, by this x x raised to power y is given by this x and y. It is given uh, x and y is 25. If 5 power 2, so y is 2, x is 5, 5 raised to power 2 is 25. So that's why. Then data structure, strings and vector. So vectors, a vector is a one-dimensional array of data element that have same data types. The most basic data structures are the vectors, which support logical this and all that. Rule and strings, any value written within a pair of single quote or double quote in R is treated as a string. So this is various examples of the R programming. So you can see this. These are the R programming there. एंड मैट्रिक्स एरे आ गया, ये देखिए मैट्रिक्स हो जाता है, एरे हो जाता है, मैट्रिक्स मैनिपुलेशन कैसे कर रहा है, दैट यू कैन ऑल सी दिस. दीज आर द मैट्रिक्स मैनिपुलेशन एंड एरेज आ जाता है. एरेज आर array is a data object in R that can store multi-dimensional data that have the same data type. It is used using the array function within and can accept vectors and all that. So with an array you can have vectors and all that. So that's array element. ये देखिए, take all you can just go through this and you get data frame. This is the basic concept of R programming, by which you can learn R programming and then you can do a lot of programs on the R program. So that's the unit. इसमें आपको पढ़ना पड़ेगा because I can't in a half an hour or 15 minutes give you the whole concept of R programming. I have given the basic ideas of R programming so that this was started as a statistical tool but has become a universal process of programming for machine learning and all that, big data. So one side is Python, other side is R programming. सो आर प्रोग्रामिंग आपको बताया है कि कैसे उसको वेक्टर एरे लूप फंक्शंस एंड ऑल दैट कैसे यूज करना है और वेरिएबल कैसे पुट अप करने हैं इंटीजर कैसे पुट अप करना है कम्प्लेक्स वेरिएबल कैसे पुट अप करना है सो ऑल दीज आर एक्सप्लेन्ड हियर so that you should be able to study carefully and then understand it and then if you had read it before coming here, you could have immediately asked some questions on this. But I think this has been very finely explained, all the functions and loops and all that. So therefore, I think you will have no problem in going through. Okay?
Okay, sir.
All right. So we will do uh, आपके we will do one more unit and then we'll break. ओहो क्या हो गया यूनिट 14 कहीं गायब हो गया लेट मी सी यूनिट 15 आ गया let me take up unit 14 meanwhile just a moment यूनिट 14 ही लेना है ना हमने okay now we got it so unit 14 आ गया इसको बड़ा कर देते हैं okay so data interface and visualization in R. Okay, again, now it's R programming visualization, binary files, JSON file, all these things are there. So you have box plot, bar chart, these are the statistical things. We, because our programming, as I said, was planned for statistical studies. That's where it is talking about bar chart, box plot, histogram, line graph, scatter plots, and all that. So बाकी ये सारा बीच में ऐड करा उन्होंने जब आर प्रोग्रामिंग इनिशियली करा था इट वाज बेसिकली फॉर स्टैटिस्टिकल पर्पसेस but later on all these have been added so, okay so this is R programming, the unit explains how to read and analyze data in R from various file types, including CSV, Excel, binary, XML, JSON, and all these things and all that. So this is explain the various file type and their interface and can be processed by data analysis in R. Read, write, and analyze data in R from different types of file, including CSV, Excel binary, XML, JSON. All these things are there. So reading data from files. So input as CSV say, this is the function used to read CSV file. So data read CSV, input CSV. Then it says print data from data, this n column data and row data. So it has n column and n row data, so it print. So this is CSV output आ गया, write CSV output, so on so forth. There are data read and all that input file. So all these things you can go through because this is all programming. You can reading the binary files, say column, read in, read F, name, characters, all these things you can see this because XML files again you can see that program is there. So XML file के लिए library XML तो उसमें library methods and all these things yeah. This is JSON file उसको भी देख लो ये इसमें library this from JSON file input JSON and so on so forth. So these are the things. After that ये data format आ जाता है, databases आ गया, connecting to our MySQL से connect करते हैं and updating data and all these things. तो MySQL से connect कर दिया, web data से connect कर दिया, data cleaning and pre-processing कैसे करते हैं. That again is programming बताएंगे. Visualization in R. So that's again so that a bar chart of data in figure 14 by 16 so उसको बता दिया यहाँ पर करते हैं. So that type of thing is a bar chart label title and color ये program है उसके लिए. And this is a bar chart of with label and colors. Then this is creating the box plot. So had input, this is the and box plot, uh, PNG and so on and so forth. So this is the box plot. ये box है. It gives the value of this in terms of the box. ये ऐसे arrow बना के दोनों तरफ तो उसको बना देते हैं ये box बन जाता है. ये दोनों तरफ arrow लगा के. But it is from this to this, but box is here. It is this to this, box is there. This is this to this, but box is there, so on. And histogram, you know, histogram banana hai, ye histogram hai. Okay, so for that the program is this. And then line chart. It is the line chart. So this is a plot. Matrix separation आ जाता है ये. So that covers up the whole thing. Okay. So I think you can see पहले ही जो book है R for Dummies, so that's John Billy's and Sons की book है. So that you can read. That will give you this R programming की book of R programming, first course in programming and set 6 because it's programming and set 6, no search press. So this is a also 2016 is also there, and machine learning with R. So this is specifically big data, machine learning with R, expert technique for predictive modeling. So this is specially for the big data. So you can say 6th, 8th, and 1st. These are the 3 good books which you can refer and then do the deeper. I think that covers up most of the thing with database I want to do. And next class I will finish database 15th and 16th, and then I'll talk of general research on database. And then I'll also show you, if you have not seen earlier, Sophia, the robo, and talk how Sophia is built up and all that. I'll show you that. So that is the next week I'll be covering database. Then next day, that is 1st November, I'll cover the database and the big data and your AI, and then I'll talk about some research projects, and I'll talk about your synopsis and project. Those who have not written so far, they can prepare their synopsis either on big data or on AI. So AI means there are robots, there are network, there are deep layer, there is a machine learning, there is a neural net, there is expert system. So you can build anything there. You can build up a robo, you can build up expert system. So that we'll talk about there. आज Prime Minister is going to talk on Man Ki Baat. Those of you who are interested, uh, they can listen to the Man Ki Baat, and we'll come back at 1 o'clock uh, for the AI. Okay? Any questions on that? You will be able to study the R programming very clearly. That is 13, 14 units is R programming, and that's then 15, 16 units covers up your whole course. So that's what I'll do it next week. Okay. So R programming आप देख लीजिए इसको जरा गौर से देखिए, because I otherwise I have to put specs on and then keep on talking about print head printing, then print this and all that. So that you can see that. And ये मोटा है plot x y main x lam y lam x lam y lam axis. So this is a parameter. The plot parameter x is the data value of x axis. Parameter y is the. So all these are the basic things which are the y lab, x lab are used to specify the label for x axis and y axis respectively. So on, so forth are the mentioned. Okay. All right.
Yes, sir.
So let me wait for your attendance, and then you can go see the television and uh, see the Man Ki Baat program and come back at 1 o'clock.